Before we get into anything, some comments I got are from a friend who I allowed to repost on TikTok. So yeah, don't shoot him, shoot me. I made the video. So for those who are just discovering my channel, first of all, hello. It's nice to meet you, and to give you a little bit of context, I made a meme-ish video expressing my disdain about how much Agnes Tachyon, the famous Japanese racehorse and Uma Musume character, has been taking up the spotlight more than I like to. Don't get me wrong, anyone has the right to be popular for whatever reason. It just no longer becomes healthy when speculation, exaggeration, and stomping down on other characters becomes the norm for that one character. And unfortunately, Agnes Tachyon has become one such case. I used the "That's What Legendary Players Do" audio as the template. Mind you, I have to put emphasis on the fact that it's a template because some of you guys just didn't get it. Yes, I called her garbage in the reel, but so have other people who have used the same audio template. If you want my actual opinion on Agnes Tachyon, I think they're a great racer. Winning a G1, a classic title, and one of the crowns no less, setting a record on a G3 is indeed impressive, but at the same time, they left too much on the table to be considered legendary according to the audio. They didn't dominate for a sustained amount of time, such as Simbali Rudolph, Orfevre, TM Opera O, Biwa Hayahide, etc. Nor were they a notable chaser and stayer. Despite those horses rarely winning against their tough rival, the fact that they still showed up second or third place to them and then eventually beating them once or twice by winning in races is still impressive. Meisho Doto, Dansu Flame, Rice Shower to name a few. Nor were they tenacious. Others have had health issues or really long losing streaks but managed to bounce back from those difficulties and keep running, some of them actually winning big races. Manhattan Cafe, Tokai Teo, Haru Urara, etc. With that out of the way, I'm gonna break out the comments into sections and show my reaction to those comments. We have to first identify what sections there are in the first place. So other than the classic those who agree and those who disagree, we have what I like to call the White Knights, people who fight tooth and nail for every Uma. I see Uma glazing. I like. The moment I see Uma slander, I unlike. All Umas are meant to be respected. A real Uma Musume fan loves every Uma. I won't accept any hate to any Umas. Loser mindset. Just love all of them equally since they're unique in their own way. Get out of the fandom. We don't need slanders. Could we all just accept that Umas are best in their own way? Tachyon winning a G1 is already impressive. Now, let's try swapping Tachyon's injury and the circumstances with other Uma. Remember, Tachyon still runs even after retiring from the farm. It's not that he can't run, but that he's not allowed to continue. Tachyon doesn't have a choice to continue. Furthermore, Tachyon's injury is much more serious than Teo. If Teo and Tachyon switched situations, Teo would also be forced into early retirement. That's not fraud. It's a poor Uma facing a cruel fate. My friend, you should reflect on yourself. You don't deserve to be a traitor. You lack a pure love for Uma, and you have no understanding whatsoever of a great Uma with such a tragic and ironic fate. Other than the all Umas deserve love and respect comments, which I agree with, despite those comments often missing the point of the video, some comments like loser mindset, just love all of them equally, and could we just accept that all Umas are best in their own way, are the highlight comments for me. From what I'm reading here, you guys aren't rebutting my criticism. You're rejecting the entire concept of comparisons in general. If comparisons and criticisms weren't allowed in the Uma Musume fanbase, then everyone is S tier, which is unrealistic because it is possible for a fandom to appreciate its cast while still discussing things like who's the stronger character, who has a better story, who is overrated, underrated. Otherwise, every tier list would be everyone is S tier, which again is unrealistic and also pretty boring. It's possible for more than one truth to exist at the same time. Just because I criticize one character doesn't mean I hate that character. I can appreciate a character for who they are and criticize them for the same thing at the same time. Some of you don't even attack the video. You attack me personally. You don't deserve to be a trainer. Get out of the fandom. We don't need slander in here. Notice how you went from talking about a horse's injury to being the one who suddenly judges whether or not I'm worthy as a person to enter your community? I'm just saying this for everyone in the community to understand. If your community pushes people away for expressing harmless criticism using an audio template, they shouldn't be surprised when people outside of the community start describing them as an unwelcoming or a toxic environment. Yes, Tachyon suffered a tragic and cruel fate. That makes me sympathize with Tachyon, that makes me feel with her. But that doesn't excuse the overglazing and stomping down on other characters. But if they swapped circumstances with another character, it would have ended differently. Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know because it didn't happen. Now that we've talked about the White Knights, the people who think, criticism against my idol? Not in my For You page. Don't worry, fair maiden, I'll defend you. Let's move on to another part of the fandom. The people who think that they have the authority to judge whose opinions are good or bad. They take it upon themselves to decide if your opinion is the sacred thing that must be praised at all times, or complete garbage that must be thrown into hell. Meet the gatekeepers and the know-it-alls, quote-unquote. Interestingly, unlike the White Knights, these comments aren't really defending Tachyon. They're defending authority. These are the people who don't actually argue with what you said. Instead, they argue with whether you're qualified to say it in the first place. Apparently, disagreeing with them, or having a slightly different opinion than them, means that you're this LARPer, a fake fan, or some caveman who knows absolutely nothing about horse racing. According to these people, unless you've personally trained a thoroughbred, earned a veterinary degree, and lived inside the JRA archives for 20 years, you're apparently not allowed to have an opinion. So, let's hear from the quote-unquote experts. And our comment section Hall of Fame award goes to this guy. Remember this person? They somehow managed to speedrun 2 categories at once. Not only did they defend Tachyon tooth and nail, they also suddenly appointed themselves as the host of the brand new talk show, Who Gets to Have an Opinion? 1 minute we're discussing a horse's injury, and the next minute he's deciding whether I deserve to be a trainer and whether I possess the sacred virtue known as pure love. Bravo, good person. You are the definition of efficiency. Well, that's one way of straight up saying you have no media literacy. To be honest, it's pretty bad rage bait if you know anything about horse racing. She stopped. End quote. She fucking died, bro. Bait or low IQ, call it. Looks at LARP. Twin, I think you forgot the fact that Tachyon legit couldn't race after that certain race because he kinda broke his leg and got sent to stud farm Oblivion, one of which was where he helped sire Dyla Scarlet during his time as a stud. The whole point was that he had a ton of potential all thanks to Sunday's silence, but his body just couldn't keep up and boom, the rest is history. You can't change history because that's facts. Tachyon just rage baited. Holy LARP, bro, either they didn't watch the movie like other Tachyon fans or they're just sacrificing brain cells to push agendas. Like the first group, they go out of their way to attack me personally. On top of that, they try to back it up with information. Things like how Tachyon's the sire of Dyla Scarlet, which, to be fair, is better than just white knighting. I can give those guys a you tried stamp. However, at the end of the day, Dyla Scarlet's achievements are her own. It doesn't retroactively become Tachyon's just because Tachyon's the sire. If Bronny James won an NBA championship, it doesn't retroactively become LeBron James. Jalen Brunson winning the NBA championship doesn't retroactively make it Rick Brunson's championship. Tokai Teo winning the 1993 Ari McKinnon doesn't also make it an achievement for Simbali Rudolph. Their achievements are their own. Genetics can serve a part, but it can only be pushed so far. It's up to the individual to make use of those genetics. To the guy in the comments who said that I forgot that Tachyon couldn't race due to the injury and was sent to stud farm Oblivion, I did not forget. I just want to reiterate, I'm not here to pretend that Tachyon's career was bad, but I'm not going to act like 4 wins is a great record. Nor am I going to let a portion of Tachyon's fans gloss over other people's achievements simply because those horses weren't undefeated and had a record broken. I'll also say this, I honestly think that the people treating each other like this, the whole white knighting thing is going to do more damage to this community than, say, the Kita-san Black armpit video, the Sakura Bakushin O video, or any of the porn of the franchise. But clearly with how a good portion of these comments are going, you guys aren't ready for that conversation yet. I'll make a video on that soon, but for now, let's move on. Then we have the last section, which I can only describe with this one video. All Umas are legendary for different reasons. If you disagree, you missed the point. Yeah, but she's 4 for 4. Name one Uma that has a win rate like that. I bet you're saying all that just to say that Fuji Kiseki was better. Bro, Agnes won every graded race, 3-1 including the debut race, then went out with a tendon injury. That sounds like a 100% win rate. Manhattan Cafe failed to even qualify for the Triple Crown. Kita-san as a rookie, are you being for real now, bro? This is late career Kita-san, man. Tachyon Glazers upset me, so I'll slander the horse and ignore every single one of his achievements. You're no better than the Glazers. First of all, I did call her garbage in the end, and I did say that all she did was rage bait pocket, which she actually didn't in the end, and I am aware that Haru Urara has no wins and I still called her legendary. She's legendary for what she represented culturally, not because of her record. I'll take accountability for that, but saying all Umas are legendary is literally spitting on the legacy of those who actually had to put in the work. That's like saying Kevin Durant is legendary. Sure, KD has done good. He's an elite player. He puts in that work, especially during that time in the OKC. But that doesn't mean that he's on the same level as Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. He's not in that same conversation. Legendary should be a title preserved for the few, the top 0.1% players in that sport, and for horse racing, Agnes Tachyon is not there. My list would be Simbali Rudolph, Kita-san Black, Sunday Silence, Tokai Teo, Oguri Cap, TM Opera O, and Orfevre. Honorable mentions would be Biwa Hayahide, Silent Suzuka, Mihono Bourbon, Tomomo Cross, Manhattan Cafe, and Jungle Pocket. They aren't in the top 0.1%, but they put in the work. They saw those losses and kept moving, kept training till they got the wins they wanted. That puts them in at least the top 1%. Sure, Cafe didn't qualify for the Triple Crown, but so did Oguri Cap. Oguri Cap couldn't compete in the Japanese Triple Crown because he started in regional racing. And look at the record. Sure, Cafe didn't qualify for the Triple Crown and only got in because the lobby wasn't complete, but look who won the 2001 Kika show. It was none other than Cafe himself. Getting an opportunity through an exception doesn't invalidate what you do with that opportunity. Look at Miles Morales. He wasn't supposed to be bitten, but does that make him any less of a Spider-Man? No. There's also Jack Cooper from Titanfall 2. He was a rifleman, with little pilot training other than virtual reality. But when Lastimosa got murked by the Apex Predators and had to pass that authorization to Cooper, Cooper ended up saving the frontier for the militia. And for the last time, I did not ignore Tachyon's achievements. Just because I went against it doesn't mean I'm saying that it doesn't exist. Tachyon had incredible potential. I'm not against that. My disagreement comes when people start treating untapped potential as if it were the same thing as a legit completed legacy. When people see the potential of someone, that deserves respect. But when someone accomplishes something, that deserves recognition. Those are two different things. Hey, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for the 16,000 likes on the reel on Instagram. That actually touches my heart a little, knowing that the video is doing that well. Let's keep it going.